Nation wants to know Madhavdas Gopalkrishnan. First up, India's political landscape erupted in outrage as Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar became the target of a controversial Mimicry act. The incident, which took place during a protest staged by suspected MPs, has drawn a sharp criticism from across the political spectrum and triggered wider concerns about decorum and respect for institutions. Now, Prime Minister Modi reached out to Vice President Dhankhar via phone call, expressing great pain at the insult to a constitutional post, and that too inside the parliament. President Draupadi Murmu also expressed anguish and dismay, calling out the undignified insult against Dhankhar. There's more support pouring in for the Vice President as the Rajya Sabha convened today. The NDA parliamentarians stood up in solidarity with the Vice President. BJP women MPs have protested against the insult by the opposition, while Jat farmers took to the streets to support the Vice President as well. Remember that Dhankhar himself had said that yesterday the son of a farmer and a Jat has been insulted. Today, he's lamented that opposition can insult him but not the Vice President of India. Listen in.
आपके एक बड़े नेता एक सांसद के असंसदीय व्यवहार को वीडियो कर रहे थे। आपसे भी बहुत बड़े नेता हैं वो। मैं तो यही कह सकता हूं, सद्बुद्धि आए, कुछ तो सीमा होती होगी। A senior leader of your party videographing another member of another party, mimicry of the chairman, mimicry of speaker, how ridiculous, how shameful, how unacceptable. On Instagram, Mr. Chidambaram, your party put a video which was withdrawn later on. That was shame to me. You used Twitter, official handle of the spokesperson, to demean me, insult my background as a farmer, insult my position as a Jat. जगदीप धनखड़ की कितनी बेइज्जती करो, मुझे कोई चिंता नहीं है। भारत के उपराष्ट्रपति की, किसान समाज की, मेरे वर्ग की मैं पूरी आहुति दे दूंगा हवन में। मैं खुद की परवाह नहीं करता। किसान समाज को बेइज्जत कर दिया, मेरी जाति को अपमानित कर दिया, और आप चुप हैं, आपके अध्यक्ष चुप हैं।
Meanwhile, the Rajya Sabha MPs of NDA stood in solidarity with the aggrieved Vice President and blanket bombed the opposition for not condemning or even trying to stop Banerjee from insulting the Dalit Vice President, the Vice President who in fact belongs to the Jat community. Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge then reminded them that he is the son of a Dalit. On his part, TMC MP Kalyan Banerjee refused to apologize and called the mimicry a form of art. Listen to various excuses that have been coming in from opposition parties to explain what has transpired.
I did not want to hurt anyone, and it's not, please, it's a one type of art. Mimicry has been done by also the Honorable Prime Minister in the Lok Sabha itself. I can show you the video. He has done it in the last term in 2014 to 2019 in the Lok Sabha itself. But everyone has taken it as okay, not seriously. But if anyone takes it seriously,
मैं ये कहूँ कि मुझे राज्यसभा में बोलने नहीं दिया क्योंकि मैं एक दलित लीडर हूँ। ऐसी जात पात की बात अंदर करके लोगों को बाहर भड़काने का काम कोई नहीं करना चाहिए। और मुझे बहुत बुरा लगा कि हर आदमी अगर अपनी अपनी जाति के लिए किसी विषय पे अगर बोलते हैं तो मेरे जाति को इफेक्ट हुआ, तो मेरे जाति को तो हमेशा इफेक्ट होता है। मुझे तो बोलने नहीं दिया जाता है। मैं जो सवाल उठाता हूँ उसको उत्तर नहीं मिलता।
क्यों आप ऐसा बात करते हैं? हम तो रेस्पेक्ट करते हैं सबको ना। एक डिसरेस्पेक्ट का कोई बात नहीं होता है। इसको जस्ट पॉलिटिकली कैजुअली, आपको तो पता भी नहीं चलता अगर राहुल जी वीडियो में तो छवि नहीं।
बान किसने किया, कैसे किया? वहाँ पे एमपीज बैठे हुए थे, मैंने उनका वीडियो लिया, मेरा वीडियो मेरे फोन पे है, मीडिया दिखा रहा है, मीडिया कह रहा है, मोदी जी कह रहे हैं, किसी ने कुछ कहा ही नहीं है,
अपनी कास्ट के लिए आए सर,
किसी ने कुछ नहीं वहां पे
किसानों का अपमान
देखिए,
किया।
नहीं सुनिए, देखिए वहां पे हमारे 150 एमपीज को बाहर फेंक दिया है, ठीक है, उसके बारे में मीडिया में कोई चर्चा नहीं हो रही है, ठीक है, उनको आपने पार्लियामेंट से बाहर उठा के फेंक दिया, उसकी कोई चर्चा नहीं हो रही है, अदानी जी पे कोई चर्चा नहीं हो रही है, राफेल पे फ्रांस ने कहा है कि भैया इन्वेस्टिगेशन नहीं अलाउ हो रहा, उस पर कोई चर्चा नहीं हो रही है, बेरोजगारी पे कोई चर्चा नहीं हो रही है, हमारे एमपीज वहां पे दुखी हैं, बाहर बैठे हुए हैं, उन पे आप चर्चा कर रहे हो। मतलब थोड़ा तो न्यूज दिखा दिया करो ना, थोड़ा सा आपकी जिम्मेदारी बनती है। अब आप टोटली मतलब एक लाइन पे चले गए तो क्या करें।
While opposition lines up excuses, the BJP women parliamentarians have staged a protest at the Gandhi statue inside the parliament complex. Meanwhile, the president of the BJP said that parliament has been reduced to clowns doing mimicry. Listen in.
संसद में जिन लोगों को आपने भेजा है वो वाद विवाद के बदले जोकर का काम पकड़ लिया, उन्होंने जोकर वाला काम पकड़ लिया, नकल करने का काम पकड़ लिया। आपने देखा होगा कि एक सांसद भारत के उपराष्ट्रपति जो संवैधानिक जगह पर बैठे हैं, संसद के प्रांगण में उनकी नकल की जा रही है, और ये कांग्रेस का नेता राहुल गांधी उसकी वीडियो बना रहा है। अब राहुल गांधी को ऐसे समय पर ओबीसी की याद नहीं आती, वैसे ओबीसी का राग लाते हैं, ओबीसी पिछड़ा पिछड़ा पिछड़ा। एक संवैधानिक जगह पर बैठा हुआ व्यक्ति, किसान पुत्र, जाट पुत्र, ओबीसी को रिप्रेजेंट करने वाला पुत्र, आज उसकी तौहीन की जाती है, आज उसका मजाक किया जाता है। आजकल कैमरामैन का काम संभाल लिया, कैमरामैन।
पहले राष्ट्रपति जी का अपमान किया तो अनुसूचित जाति का, अनुसूचित जनजाति का जिस तरह से अपमान किया गया वो देश ने देखा। कांग्रेस के सांसदों ने, कांग्रेस के नेताओं ने राष्ट्रपति जी के अपमान में भी कोई कसर नहीं छोड़ी। अब उपराष्ट्रपति जी का भी अपमान नहीं सहेगा हिंदुस्तान। ये संविधान का भी अपमान है, उपराष्ट्रपति जी का भी अपमान है, और सबसे बड़ी बात यह है, ना सोनिया गांधी जी, ना राहुल गांधी जी, ना खड़गे जी और ना ही ममता जी, किसी ने इस पर ना इसकी निंदा की, ना इस पर माफी मांगी और ना ही कोई प्रयास किए। आखिर विपक्ष चाहता क्या है?
For more of this, let's go right across to our guest. Joining us is Anila Singh, spokesperson of the BJP. With us also is Kailash Adhikari, MD of Governance Now. Beg your pardon. Lokesh Jindal is a political analyst. Joining us, we have with us Rohit Agarwal, spokesperson of the RLD. These are just excuses, Lokesh Jindal. End of the day, the conduct of the MPs and the respect for the chair is paramount, says the BJP. Your response?
It's a black day for Indian democracy when we have member of parliament getting suspended for holding the executive responsible, for carrying out the very task for which they have been elected to the parliament. And rather than emphasizing on this form of autocracy that our ruling dispensation is resorting to, if we are making an issue out of a mere act of mimicry, it is very disheartening, it's very sad. I would expect the Vice President to uphold the seat, the honor that he is bestowed upon by the Constitution, and ensure that the House functions in an orderly manner and deliberative function of Parliament is carried out rather than making a political issue out of it. He is a Vice President of the country. The Constitution requires him to stay away from petty politics. But the way he is linking this act of mimicry to caste, the way he's politicizing this entire situation is unfortunate. It's a bad precedent.
Okay. Okay, quick response from Anla Singh. Anla Singh, this is not conduct behoving of a vice president, says Lokesh Jindal. Your response to him?
My Ram to all, and it is very unfortunate. It is an insult to the chair. It is an insult to the vice president of this great nation. It is an insult of a son of a farmer. It is an insult for whole of the Jat community. It is an insult of whole of the nation. I will say so because he is representing as the vice president, as the chairperson of a country, of a nation. And if somebody tries to mock him, this is not a personal mockery. It is the mockery of the chair. It is the mockery of that caste. It is the mockery of that community from to which he comes from. So definitely, if somebody says that, why are you making it
But why bring in caste? Anila Singh, why bring in caste is what the
Mimicry.
Congress is asking, because they're saying then Mr. Kharge, who's the president of the Congress and also the leader of opposition, will say that I am a Dalit, so that's why my questions are not
Yes,
answered or my
exactly.
voice is being silenced. So if you bring in
There is a-
caste, then this is
No,
going to be a
hold on.
Pandora's box.
Hold on. Did anybody, any leader from Bharatiya Janata Party mocked Kharge Saab? Did mimicry of Kharge Saab? Not a single one. How can they compare these two
I want
things?
to ask a question.
And nobody has stopped Mr. Kharge to ask any questions. They do not want to do any discussion in the
Madhav, I want
parliament.
to ask a-
This is the reality of this Thakbandhan. They don't want parliament to work. This is what they had been doing.
Lokesh.
They had been doing this thing.
Okay,
Creating
Lokesh,
ruckus in-
Lokesh, answer that.
Simple
Lokesh, answer that
questions
point.
to you.
It's not a place to protest. They
Yes.
can
Point number
protest
one is the
outside.
entire
They
act
don't-
of mimicry.
they can sit
There
outside.
was caste as an issue said nowhere. Where was any form of a comment upon the chair said nowhere. There the mimicry was merely an expression against the authoritarian manner within which the chairman of the Rajya Sabha had suspended the member of parliament. It was a protest. Now, I do not know
Absolutely
which
not.
language
He
should
has
the
simply
opposition
followed the
resort to.
process. He has simply followed the process. Come on, Mr. Jindal.
So we cannot bring the placard.
Can I ask you?
We
can I
we
ask
cannot come to the well.
You are the UPA.
Our mics are turned off. We are suspended. Outside the parliament, there is no space given to us. We do not have media. What should we do?
Okay.
How should we raise our voices? Tell me. Or to do one thing, let there be a single party rule. Bring about a constitutional amendment
On the
and do
policy
all
list,
this
if they're going to
together.
create ruckus there, do you think they will
What
be
ruckus,
entertained
madam?
by the
What
chair?
ruckus?
Parliament is not the
Parliamentary
place to
attack.
create
And if
ruckus.
they are
If you
asking
do
the
not
Home
want to
Minister to
behave
give a
properly,
statement on
do
this,
you
it's a
think
ruckus.
that you are going to you
What
will
are
be
you
allowed
going
to
to
set
make
an
the
example
opposition
for
for?
others?
Okay, let me come in now. Let me come in. Let me bring in the other panelists also. Rohit Agarwal is spokesperson of the RLD. Rohit Agarwal, the question that is being asked is this. Every day, you don't see every day the Prime Minister, the Speaker, the President, all calling up the Vice President and expressing solidarity with them. Now, very clearly, there is something that has happened, which is why we are seeing all the top leadership and all levels of the government calling up the Vice President, expressing solidarity. They say that this is conduct that was completely unbecoming and uncalled for. Protest is fine, but was this kind of a personal jibe really required? Rohit Agarwal.
Nothing can be more shameful than a person sitting on a constitutional position calls himself a Jat. This is just mere political game. What the BJP is doing. Where was Vice President when his community was agitating for the reservation? Where was this Vice President when 700 farmers lost their life and BJP wants to forcefully enforce the this Krishi Kanun? Where was the president when Pradhan Mantri himself was mimicking the Lok Sabha? And where was president when Sonia Gandhi ji was called 50 crore ki girlfriend? And today you are saying we do not mimic the MPs. You people have started this game, and now today you people are feeling the heat. Who has viral this video? Why Anila Singh is not going and doing FIR against the person who is mimicking vice president? Because just she want to play a dirty game of hiding that 2,000 crore have been spent on Central Vista.
I'm going to give Anila a quick chance to rebut that. Yeah, since you've taken a name, I'm going to give her a quick chance to rebut that, and then I'll go across to Kailash.
And if,
One second.
Even the parliament is
Mr.
not
Agarwal,
safe,
you asked a question to Anila Singh. Let her respond now. Let her respond. Yeah. You can give her a reply. You can give her a reply. Let her first respond to what you have said. Yeah.
Central Vista project.
How he can say that Mr. Dhankhar is a shameless person? This is what he has said. How he can use Jat word for himself, since he is a vice president, since he sits on the chair in Rajya Sabha, he is the chairperson there. He is a shameless person because he used Jat word for himself.
You have spoken.
He is representing a political party which is known that to do the politics of Jat community, and he sits here and he says a person who is vice president of this country, who doesn't, I mean, as a vice president, he is representing a nation. He is representing a nation who comes from a Jat community, a big figure from Jat community.
Okay, how is it an insult to the Jat community is the question they are asking. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back to this debate. Coming back to you, Lokesh Jindal, in just a minute. Okay, let me bring in Kailash Adhikari now. Kailash Adhikari, the question that is being asked by several of the panelists is this, that end of the day, why bring in caste? That's the question that they are asking. It's one thing to say that a constitutional authority should not be disrespected, but why invoke caste?
Madhav, firstly, if the Trinamool member of parliament from the Trinamool Congress has decided that he has changed his profession and he has become a stand-up comic, and if that entire gig was a commercial gig, then square and fair. If he has decided that he is a comedian and henceforth his profession will be stand-up comedy, that's a different thing. But if he has not decided that, and if he still continues to be a member of parliament, then what he has done is a very shameful act. As a member of parliament, you're representing lakhs and thousands and lakhs of people. There is a certain decorum that you have to maintain in the house. And trying to do this kind of cheap mimicry, and that too of the constitutional post of the Vice President of India, it's just unconstitutional. As a member of parliament, each and every citizen is required of this nation to uphold the constitution and respect. And as a member of parliament, that duty doubles. The duty magnifies. And when a member of parliament does such a shameful act, what more can be said? Unless he has decided that he is not a member of parliament, and henceforth he'll be a stand-up comic.
But Mr. Banerjee's defense is even PM has done mimicry. That's what he has said.
Sorry?
Mr. Banerjee's defense, you would have just heard his soundbite, sir, where he's heard saying that even the PM does mimicry in the house, so what's wrong?
No, you can't compare the mimicry and such. Honorable Prime Minister has completely said that it is not the mimicry that he has done. And what Trinamool Congress member of parliament has done, he has tried to mimic by standing in front of the entire people and trying to show the kind of acts and by his hand and faces as we can see on your screen.
Okay.
Is that acceptable?
Completely out of time on this debate. I'd like to thank all our panelists, Anila Singh, Lokesh Jindal, Rohit Agarwal, as well as Kailash Adhikari. Slipping into a quick break. Lots more coming up in terms of news and updates on the other side.